All right, to immigration. San Francisco and Santa Clara County in California now filing a lawsuit against the Trump administration, saying the government's move to deny green cards to immigrants likely to use public assistance programs is unlawful. This as shots were fired into a San Antonio ICE office yesterday in the latest attack on border agencies. Joining us now is former U.S. Ambassador to Mexico, Antonio Garza. Thank you for joining us. I guess as ambassador, I would ask you first about the laws the changes that are being proposed by the Trump administration. What impact do you think that would have on people thinking about or trying to come here? What message does it send, and does it have a pronounced impact?
Well, I think it has the potential to have a very pronounced impact depending on how you interpret public charge. And Melissa, I think you've got to look at it both from the standpoint of people seeking access to the country and how, whether or not they would be determined to ultimately perhaps be a public charge will be determined as critical. How is it going? What are the factors that are going to go into determining whether or not this person, if admitted, will take advantage of public services? And that's very subjective. The other aspect is those people already in the country that may seek permanent resident status. And there, how you look at public charge, is it that a majority of their benefits are public, or is it a small percentage?
Yeah.
If I'm earning 95% of my support and a small percentage is coming from the public. So I think it's being challenged largely on the change in the rule and how it'll be interpreted.
Yeah, the devil is in the details, as always, although other countries, Germany does this already. You have to take a language test. You have to prove that you can support yourself. You have to have already purchased health insurance, all these kind of things in order to stay. And yet, here it's greeted with outrage. It's interesting. Let me ask you about this situation in San Antonio where they're firing at the ICE agents there. Is it a more dangerous time to work for ICE and Border Patrol, or are we just more focused on what's going on right now? What do you think?
It's probably a little bit of both, Melissa. I grew up along the southern border there in Texas and have known ICE agents and Border Patrol and Customs people throughout my life and realized that they did important and difficult work. This shots being fired into the ICE agency there in San Antonio, 14th floor, 3 o'clock in the morning. Apparently shots fired in other directions. Whether it was something directed at ICE or simply shots being fired in the night, in either case, it's not acceptable. And I'm glad to see that the FBI is on it and aggressively. I think they have somebody in custody and are going to pursue this and prosecute it if that's a course that if they can build a case. So. Yeah, it's tough work, perhaps a bit more visible now because of the discussions we're having on immigration, but it's always been tough work.
What do you think about these employees at Google who are furious with their company and want the company to not bid on providing cloud services to, basically anyone involved with immigration? It follows a pattern we've seen of, consumers and employees being furious at companies for doing business with Border Patrol or immigration or any of those officials. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, I'll try to it's 2 points, and I'll try to make them quick. One is I think we're at a point in the United States where we've had a very polarizing and contentious debates about immigration and what is acceptable in immigration and the role of security. I think both the administration and the Democratic leadership have been at extremes and have not really found a thoughtful, sensible way to discuss these issues. And it's being reflected in the workplace. I work with youngers and millennials, and they want a workplace and to work for companies where there's a certain alignment in their values. And when we have very polarizing, contentious debates in the public arena, I think you're going to see this reflected in the workspace as well. And there's no middle ground. I think these Google employees probably feel as though they're taking a stand on principle. And it's another facet of the employer-employee relationship that I think we're going to have to work through.
Interesting. Antonio Garza, thanks for spending time with us tonight.